this lesson. So where did we leave off? Top row? Bottom? Bottom left, middle, or right?
Middle.
Middle. Is it blank?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's go over here. Nobody was absent, right, in this class? Okay. So see if you remember, try this one. So this one is put the G inside of the F. Okay, G inside the F. Does this see what you recall from yesterday? All right, here we go, guys. So again, baby and mommy analogy. This would be the baby, that'd be the mom. Okay. The F is the mom. So if you struggle, okay, with this, here's what I suggest you do. Take the mom equation, so that's the mom equation, and then write it again, but wherever you have an X, put a hole, okay? And in that hole, you plug in the new equation, okay? So this, there's the baby. Okay. So it helps out. Now if you may not need to do that, but if you need to do that, this helps. Now the simplifying part, you just do the top, whatever you can do. So we can do 7 minus 7. Right, this is 0. And then 2x over 2. 2 divided by 2 is just 1. So your final answer is just x. Okay, this this part. How many of you set it up right? Okay, good. Okay, so that was the first one. That's okay. Now let's reverse the order. Okay, so this is the baby's mom. Now the mom will become the baby, and the baby the mom. I know it doesn't make sense, but just the F goes inside of G. Try it and simplify it this time. Side. Okay, here we go, guys. So we have 2 times x plus 7. So this would be x minus 7 over 2. Okay, set up part. How many of you set it up right? That should be almost there. Good. Okay, the simplifying part is this. That's multiplying by 2. That's dividing by 2. So they're opposites of each other. And now you have x minus 7 plus 7. Negative 7 plus 7? 0, so your final answer is just x. How many of you were able to simplify it all the way down to x? Okay, lost a few hands, but it's okay. One thing I want to show you, this is actually a preview for tomorrow and Friday. Notice something, okay, that way you can start noticing this. When we took the mom and the baby, and then we reversed the order, both times we got x and x. That means something, okay, and you're gonna see what that means tomorrow, okay, but that's a special case. Okay, let me explain this one real quick. So go down to this one. My baby and mom analogy breaks down. It doesn't work with this problem, so I'll have to explain it differently. This one means you put the 3 and the g first, okay? You'll notice the difference on the other problems. We didn't have a number in there, we had an x. This one we have a number, so we put the number inside of the g. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Okay, the g equation for this problem is x plus 1, so 3 plus 1, right? We're substituting the x with the numbers. And 3 plus 1 is just 4. So tell me if you guys, if this makes sense. Does it make sense in your head that the g of 3 is just 4? You follow it. Okay, so g of 3 is just 4. So this right here, this part is just 4, right? So then I can do an f, not of g of 3, but 4. Because that is what g of 3 is 4. And so now I can calculate f. F is negative 2 times x, so x is 4. So you have to do it in pieces, I guess. So you do the number in g first. Once you get that answer, then you plug that into f. And if you had another function out here, you just keep doing that. Then that answer would go into that one and that one. Okay, so anyways, here this is negative 8. And what's the absolute value of negative 8? 8, positive 8, right? It just turns into a positive. So my final answer to this is 8. Number in the first equation, the answer into the next equation. Question on that, guys. Okay, right here on your worksheet, look for this part right here. Right there. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 equations in just a second, and I want you to write them down right here. And then below down here, you have space. That's where I want you to work these equations out. Okay? So here we go. We're going to practice now just for a few minutes for your mini quiz. That way, hopefully, the plan is that you do good. Okay, and it's like an easy mini quiz. So here we go. Right there where I told you, write these 3 equations. F of x equals 2x minus 1. G of x equals 3x plus 2. And k of x equals 2x squared minus x minus 4. F, g, and k are just equations, functions, and we're just going to use them as we need them. So you're not going to use all 3 at the same time yet. Okay, we're just gonna. So for example, let's do the first problem. Right there on the bottom where I told you, try this problem. So what does that mean? All this means is add f plus g. Okay, so you're not going to use k at all. You're just going to add f and g. So try that real quick. not too bad, right? F is this one plus G. G is that one. F plus G. And so from there, you just combine your like terms. 3x and 2x make 5x, negative 1 and 2 make positive 1. That's your final answer. Okay, how many of you got the right answer on that one? Very good, that's like quite a few. Any questions, guys, on this? Anything that doesn't make sense? No. Okay, let's try it. Let's try a subtraction one. Let's do the F. We're just practicing. F minus G. It's the F minus the G. Remember, the order matters a lot on this one. F minus G. Here we go, F. F minus G. What's wrong with that, guys? Parentheses. It will give you a different answer, so with subtraction you need that parentheses because that -1 will change both of those signs. So we have 2x minus 1 minus 3x, not plus 2, but minus. That's the big deal. Okay, just let you remember. And then after that, you're just combining like terms. So negative x because of those two, and negative 3. Good. Questions? All right, now let's do these very important, these next ones, okay? On your mini quiz in a second, you have like 2 of those, so, here we go. G of, oh wait. So part is just reading the math symbols, right? That does not go about, I don't know how you pronounce that. And it's also not multiplying, okay? This is composition. Opened up means compose, which means baby and mom. Who would be the baby on this one? K. K. It always falls back like that. So K goes inside of G is what you do. So I'm gonna set 30 seconds. No, I'll do a minute. See if we can. So K inside of G. 50 seconds. And do simplify, okay? On your tests, quizzes, your answer will always be simplified all the way down. okay? So here we go. G is 3, right? But inside of there, inside where the x goes, you put k. So k is 2x squared minus x minus 1. That's 90% of the problem, okay? If you just got the setup part, after that's the easy part. How many of you set it up right? I'll be honest. So let's see where we're at as a class. Okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead. So this means multiply, multiply, multiply. So 6x squared. That's really a 1. So negative 3x minus 12. Drop down to 2. Those are the only two that combine. And so we have 6x squared minus 3x minus 10 is your final answer. So that would be the answer on the test request. How many of you were able to simplify all the way down? Okay, lost a few hands, but most. Okay, let's do F. Well, here, hold on. If you got this one wrong, if you got it wrong or you didn't finish, do this one. Okay, do that one. So go ahead and start. If you got this one right, it's a challenge question extension. Let's do. That one. That one is harder. Okay. So if you got this one right, do this one. If you got this one wrong, do that one. This is the same level of difficulty. That one's much harder. So on the quiz in a minute, you're just gonna get this level of difficulty. I'm just pushing you a little bit harder. Okay. If we had another day of compositions, I would show everybody that one. I'm gonna erase, okay guys, because I don't have space. Well, actually, I'll write down there. K of G. I need space. There's the two problems, okay? There's this setup for both. So make sure your setup is good. Because if your setup is wrong, everything else will be wrong. And I'll finish the easier one first. There's the answer for K inside of F. Notice how much it changes though when we switch the order on this one. Okay, the level went a lot more harder. Because here you're having to multiply this binomial times itself. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do 3x plus 2 times 3x plus 2 before I do anything else. Okay, so here we go, a lot more challenging. Multiply, 6x plus 4, multiply 9x squared, multiply plus 6x. So the outcome, I don't want to confuse you guys, so if you barely got this one, this barely made sense, please just ignore me here, because it's going to jumble your brain. This is more if you're like I got it down, this is easy for me, okay. Okay, so 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. That's this part. Okay, so check this out. I have 2. So 2 times 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. That's just that part. Then this negative distributes. So minus 3x minus 2 minus 4. Like I said, much more messy problem. And then you have to multiply, multiply, multiply. So 18x squared plus 24x plus 8 minus 3x minus 6. And then just combine like this. So the final answer would be 18x squared. What is that? 21. 1x plus 2. If we had more time, I would show everybody that, but we don't have a lot of time, so extension. Okay, but your quiz is up to this speed. So any question on that one? Okay. So I think that's it then. Go ahead and